jobs, housing, service for our senior citizens, and health care. We need new ideas and new approach to federal representation. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Vote for me and send me to Washington, D.C. God bless.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
With the bigs, we got the one and only Cubs 2016 World Series champion Jason Hayward, a.k.a. Jay Hay, rocking with us.
Tune in this Thursday, September 3rd, only on What's In It for the Black People Media. You rocking with the bigs.
This secure moment is brought to you by Secure Home and Automation, your premier authorized Bring security dealer. Home invasions occur every 23 seconds, fire every 85 seconds, and medical emergencies occur suddenly. In times like these, get secured home and automation and an affordable wireless home alarm system with professional monitoring. This includes fast emergencies response, free security analysis, free equipment, and free installation. A limited time offer, be proactive. Call today, don't delay. 708-251-5069. That's 708-251-5069. Call now, 708-251-5069, or visit our website, securehomeandautomation.com. Secure Home and Automation, where your life safety is our priority. It brings authorized dealers, certain restrictions apply.
Call in and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474. That's 872-259-7474. Give us a call and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474.
WIFTBPM. I think that the black community is starting to realize that be an ally just because she is black.
Live from What's In It for the Black Media Studio.
Our representatives don't necessarily get a pass just because they're black. We've got a challenge in the black part of Chicago of holding black politicians accountable.
You're listening to The Maze Jackson Show.
This is Chicago, so I understand the Chicago way. I ask every day what's in it for the black people.
With Maze Jackson.
Come on, y'all.
Hey y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. If you were watching us on Facebook Live or you're listening, you wonder we down, we back up. Back rocking and rolling. We are back, baby. They can't stop us. I'm gonna tell y'all they've been trying, but they just can't do it. You can't have it flash. You know, remember that Todd from what was that? 5 Heartbeats.
Oh man, it's been so long since I saw the 5 Heartbeats.
Oh man, I watch that. I love that movie every time it comes on.
I do try to catch him running in,
like this,
but that's about
I
it.
wish raindrops would fall. All right, y'all. I think I got sabotaged. I think I'm not allowed to talk about black smart brains and stuff. Speaking of smart black brains, Salim Muwakil will be joining the Maze, not the Maze Jackson Show. He will be joining What's In It for the Black People Media with Muwakil's World. But let me tell you what else is happening. In 5 days, Mike Love and Diaz, they got a question. Are you ready to the... Wait a minute. That's not the old bad boys. It's, you know what? It is Mike Love and Diaz and the Chicago Famous. They'll be with us rocking...
Did you say in rockers?
Rocking.
They'll be in rockers.
They'll be
and,
rocking
and
with
walkers.
Us. Oh, like the old guy rocker. Nah, you know what, man? Can I tell you something? Have you? When last time? Have you talked to Mike and Diaz since? Did you talk to him? Oh yeah, you were here that day they came.
Yeah,
right?
I was here the day they came. Yeah.
Can I tell you, Mike and Diaz? It's like Diaz is like he burrow through your soul, looking at you like you be like, hey man. You just smile or something, and then you get on radio and be like, I got a question. Like 20. All right, y'all. I'm not gonna talk too much more about Uncle Joe and who should black people trust, because that clearly is they're calling me hate speecher. But I don't want to be a hate speecher. I just want us to be a black love speecher. Right? That's all I want.
I think it might be, and I'm just guessing, it might be more about the race war that you're talking about than it is about.
Well, I'm going to stop then, and I'm going to talk about J.B. Pritzker. J.B. Pritzker.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor. Now, in case you don't, Sonia, I want you to find me some famous JB quotes, right? See if you could just find my favorite one. You know my favorite one, the one I like about the special Negroes. But anyway.
I got a lot of quotes. Pass me the spaghetti.
Where has JB Pritzker been? Seems like he's been leading from behind. It seems like...
Been quiet, I think. If I have to think about it, I guess he has been quiet, right?
He's been very quiet, Todd. Very quiet. And I guess the thing that concerns me about that is with everything going on, like, so we know the mayor's already come out and told us she got $1.2 billion in debt. I think she ran up the number so she could say, I saved us $200 million. But it's not. We ain't going. But I guess right now, with all of the racial tension, did we ever hear the governor speak on what happened in Antioch? The fact that that Kyle Rittenhouse came from Antioch, which is not far from Kenosha, which is pretty close to where JB goes to vacation in what's that place? Lake Geneva?
Is that where he
in
goes?
his farm? You know he's got a farm up there. And when they tell us we can't go nowhere,
I'm sure it's not in Lake Geneva.
Well, it's outside.
But yeah.
You know, they got a ranch.
Yeah. They call it Texas.
They call it Texas North. Black gold, Texas. Well, the next thing you know, JB's a billionaire.
Yes.
White folks said, move away from there. They said, Illinois is the place you ought to be. So he packed up his stuff and he took the toilets with him too. Okay, so
said took the toilet seats.
Look at that. See, that you can get co-production on.
Yeah, I want a writing credit. Did you see where this songwriter put his like 6-year-old daughter as a writing credit?
I would do that.
Yeah,
put your kid on, and then that money keeps coming and coming and coming and coming.
Yeah,
and coming and coming and coming and coming. To see. All right, so Todd, where is JB Pritzker? I see JB Pritzker commercials telling us that in the midst of the pandemic that we should be voting to raise our own taxes. He's like, here's the gun, shoot yourself.
I was trying to get on YouTube on my TV. I still haven't figured out the smart TV thing right. And pow! Popped up one of those commercials.
Right, because they ain't sent us none of that commercials. How come they don't ask us, do we want some commercials?
I don't know. We're asking now. Hello?
You know that we know y'all.
Is anybody out there?
No, they listening. I see you. I'm looking at you. Now, anyway, that's all right though, because one day y'all gonna be like, I'm gonna be like, okay. So Todd. But again, where is JB Pritzker in this? Here's what I see. I see we had the George Floyd uprisings. I saw the governor with his Black Power fist. I see we saw that Speaker Mike Madigan had this, has been named in not Mike Madigan, but the Speaker of the House has been named in federal indictments. Governor remained pretty quiet. City of Chicago is no longer burned. It is now boarded up in downtown, and I don't think the city will ever come back. He has actually presided over the demise of Illinois. You got downstate where the people are, the numbers are jumping through the roof. They forced him. They got him on inconsistencies as it related to the mask policy, because I told you he's scared of them downstate gun people. Todd, where has the governor shown leadership? And is he missing that opportunity? I mean, I remember when it was convenient to go kick the president's butt. But I guess my question now is that we are settling into what this is. And if the city of Chicago has a $1.2 billion deficit, what does that make the states?
Got to be a pretty big number.
And with that big number, is he going to have to raise our taxes too? Is he going to be able to get federal assistance? I mean, is he all in for Joe Biden right now? I just haven't seen.
I think the question is going to be, is anybody getting any federal assistance?
Well, so help me understand what is happening right now, Todd. In the world, what essentially is happening with the governor? Where is he?
But I don't know.
Does he have a role in any of this stuff? Does he have a say? I remember when it was violence and violence prevention in Chicago was exploding under Governor Blagojevich. He was all in it. Department of Human Services, Carol Adams. That's how we built all these churches around here that look like gyms and arenas and all that good stuff. Remember? That's how we got the House of Hope look like the United Center.
They got federal money for that?
No, they got
state
money. Well, because basically what they did was they used state money to build recreational facilities. So they built them conversions. So like when you look at Johnny Miller's church, it's a gym.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the gyms were used as centers to, for people to gather in community
there's
centers.
all kind of things there.
And then they double bubbled them as churches.
I went to a funeral in the gym.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the House of Hope, it looks like the United Center on the first level.
Yeah.
Right? And so essentially, and it was supposed to be a place where they could run basketball tournaments and all that stuff. Boy, they was real creative. See how we miss all that stuff, though? See? Like, y'all didn't even know that. Now what's the crazy part is I heard that a lot of those same facilities, once that violence prevention money went away, those places went into foreclosure.
Some of the smaller ones?
No, some of the bigger ones. So where's the governor? What's the plan to get out? We did not get a special session. We did not get a special session to address the death of black people. The governor led.
But I think you just stated one of the problems with that kind of quick. It's not even a quick fix. It's a quick media stop. Look at that! I just dropped off some money. This will last you for about 2 years.
Right. Well, that's why I don't get all excited when the mayor comes and tells you about her $2 million plan, or when the Black Caucus says we got $2 million to help you get black business. That's not a press release, because $2 million is all administration fees.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Like they be like, I gotta hire 4 people, I gotta give them health care insurance, blah blah blah. By the time you get done, then they trying to relim. Shout out to Salim Muwakil. See Salim tuned in. He gonna be rocking with us. He'll be having his own show, Muwakil World. Todd, so what do we do? How do we engage the governor? Let me do this. Let me take a quick break, and after I take this quick break, we'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIFTBPM.
Today's world requires first-hand knowledge of real international working. As a successful international businessman, I have achieved many goals and made many business friends abroad. International business can rebuild the middle class by creating the infrastructure to support small businesses through economic development funds and international expansion. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Vote for me. Send me to Washington. God bless.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
On the next episode of On the Soil with the Bigs, we got the one and only Cubs 2016 World Series champion Jason Hayward, a.k.a. Jay Hay, rocking with us.
Tune in this Thursday, September 3rd, only on What's In It for the Black People Media. You rocking with the Bigs.
What's up? This is Mike Love.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Diz.
Sounds like Bad Boy Radio.
Yeah, but it's not Bad Boy Radio because we are now Chicago famous, but we are back on the air.
3 to 6, Monday through Friday, starting September 8th.
All right, you tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody it's going down. Not only will you hear us on air, but you'll be able to see us as well, and that's all going down September 8th from 3 to 6.
What's in it for the Black People Media? Make sure you check us out.
Chicago famous.
Hi, I'm Dr. Willie Wilson, and I'm running for U.S. Senate for the state of Illinois. I would never give up on inclusion and equality, prison reform, reduced property taxes, and economic opportunity for all. I want to get to know your neighborhood and the problem that you face every day. And I want to serve every man, woman, and child in the state of Illinois. A vote for me is a vote for you.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
WIFTBPM.
I think that the black community is starting to realize the mayor may not necessarily be an ally just because she is black.
Live from What's In It for the Black Media Studio.
Our representatives don't necessarily get a pass just because they're black. We've got a challenge in the black part of Chicago of holding black politicians accountable.
You're listening to The Maze Jackson Show.
This is Chicago, so I understand the Chicago way. I ask every day what's in it for the black people.
With Maze Jackson.
Come on, y'all.
Hey y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. You're listening to us on What's In It for the Black People Media. Right now, if you're listening, you're probably listening to us on WBGX 1570 AM. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Hey callers, I'm sorry. I know a couple of y'all just hung up. Call me back. I missed your calls. I apologize. I was not looking at the screen. I got caught up trying to figure out where is the governor.
Trying to make me look bad. That's what he was trying to.
Todd, no, I wasn't. It's all good, man. I got your back. Way back, but I got it. Way back. All right, y'all. So, Todd, I feel like what we are seeing with Mayor Lightfoot and J.B. Pritzker is their leadership capability when there is no villain. So I think the mayor was blustery and she was making all the national rounds talking about the president and using every media platform to blast the president and blast her colleagues. Right?
Yeah.
I think J.B. Pritzker was on national TV blasting, talking about all of these things. Then I need y'all to find Suzanne. I need you to find Susanna's. We was driving around getting stuff on the side of the road because they just released a report that said that J.B. Pritzker found no price gouging during the pandemic and that they paid all the right prices.
Okay.
So my question now becomes, so what was Susanna doing? Remember when she told us about the shady drug deals?
I remember.
I'm just saying, I remember. It's like, y'all know all. So, Todd, what role do these people have? But what we did see, and this is something that I thought was really interesting. Did you see yesterday that the Republicans filed for a disciplinary committee? They used a legislative rule to have a disciplinary hearing on Speaker Mike Madigan.
Ha!
So apparently after, this is one of those moments when you make up the rules and they work against you. Remember when Madigan wanted to get rid of, he's used this process twice. He used it against Derek Smith and he used it against Louis Arroyo. And basically any three members can call a hearing on any side.
Really?
Now it's a tie committee. It's 3-3. The governor and they basically, the Republicans want an investigative hearing to see if Madigan did anything wrong, right? And so they want to investigate they want to use the report, the filing by ComEd as the report. Now, I guess, and Madigan immediately recused himself, and then proceeded to say this is a political stunt because we're trying to get your president out of office. Now, I'm going to tell you, every time Madigan says Trump, I think that if Trump loses, Madigan gets away. Right? And I almost feel like you better stop that. You better stop it.
No, once these trains start moving, it's got too much momentum. It's like that movie with Denzel Washington. The train's moving now. You just can't pull the brakes on it.
You saw Ed Burke. They just told him he ain't going to see trial till 2022. Ed Burke.
Yeah, but that's because the court system's been closed.
Okay.
Nobody at work.
Well, same thing for Madigan. He probably praying for, let me stop.
I've had people ask me on more than one level of government to help them get something going that they wanted to do. Well, there's nobody in the office, The phone just keeps ringing.
Man, I'm actually on that too, and nobody is working. It's like, is everybody still getting paid the same? Like so here's my question, because
my wife's got to go to work.
Except
she coughed too much 2 days ago, and they wouldn't let her come to work yesterday.
The city, but do they get the same salary? I'm not trying to get anybody cut.
I don't know. I'm not certain what the deal is, the terms.
So let me ask this. So the Republicans have now called for this hearing. There are 6 people on the hearing, 3 Republicans, 3 Democrats.
So when you recuse yourself, do you still get to pick
He picked the team.
Oh.
So he gave it over. No, this is what he did.
He picked the team.
He picked the team and then handed it over to Greg Harris and said Greg Harris will handle it.
Oh.
And so Chris Welch, I think they got a gay person
I can see Chris Wells. I think he's the chairman of exec, right?
Yeah, and Chris is like, Chris came on here and he said, innocent until proven guilty, and they called it all a political stunt. And that Madigan was like, he dismissed it all as political. I'm gonna tell you what I think is gonna be really interesting, is that because the Democrats chair the committee. I think Chris chairs the committee, so I think Chris is going to probably squelch everything that the Republicans try to do. But I think what it does is it almost makes us look complicit. Like, I think that everybody who has read that report is like, okay, dog. Now, I think and I think it has a certain level of credibility when it comes from the federal government, right? When it's the U.S. attorney and they saying blah, 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 and all of this happens. If it was black people, you'd be like, he's done already.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think the challenge, and I think what the Republicans want to do is paint the Democrats as protecting the criminal, a criminal enterprise. Now, we're going to say, and I think what Madigan can count on with black folks is we know how it works for us. The thing is, and they want to be innocent until proven guilty, which I'm cool with, except that's not how it works for him. When he decides you're done, you're done.
Yeah.
Right? It ain't no judge. If he say, you know what, I've decided that it's your time is up. Everybody goes along. So now my question becomes,
that's for the good of the party, you know that.
For the good of the party, can I ask a question? What has Madigan done in 40 years that's good for the state? I mean, when you think about where we are right now, I think they position him as he is a political genius. But as we look at the compounded interest of the pension plans and everything that he has done, the sum total of his 40 years in office, if you take away the fact that he dominated leading us to being the worst state in the country, economically. Like, realistically, what is Madigan's legacy that we are protecting? I'm going to take a break, and let's go to it right now. This is the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
AM 1570, WBGX Harvey, Chicago. The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIFTBPM.
Biggest threat to Illinois citizens from Washington is health care costs and policies. Senior citizens have their Social Security reduced from Medicaid, and some of our senior citizens live off $3 a week for food allowance. Working families are facing bankruptcy over policy and limit and cost. Drug prices require decisions between food and Medicaid. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Vote for me and send me to Washington. God bless.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
This secure moment is brought to you by Secure Home and Automation, your premier authorized Bring security dealer. Home invasions occur every 23 seconds, fire every 85 seconds, and medical emergencies occur suddenly. In times like these, get secured home and automation and an affordable wireless home alarm system with professional monitoring. This includes fast emergencies response, free security analysis, free equipment, and free installation. A limited time offer, be proactive. Call today, don't delay. 708-251-5069. That's 708-251-5069. Call now, 708-251-5069, or visit our website, securehomeandautomation.com. Secure Home and Automation, where your life safety is our priority. It brings authorized dealers, certain restrictions apply.
Hi, I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. People in Illinois have been crying out for justice, equality, and fairness from their government for years, and it keeps getting worse. Unfair taxes, laws that unjustly imprison nonviolent offenders. The rich get richer, and the everyday people suffer. It's time for a change, and with your help, I'm here to do it. I'm asking for your support as I run for U.S. Senator in 2020.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
On
Yesterday's installment of On the Soil, we talked about the first place White Sox and Cubs.
We also talked with our boy Darnell Mayberry of The Athletic about those Bulls, man.
And we paid tribute to John Thompson, Cliff Robinson, and Chadwick Boseman.
Make sure you tune in, continue to rock with the bigs. You are On the Soil. What's in it for the Black People Media?
Man.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Mike Love and the Dig. For Mike Love and the Dig.
Go, Mike Love, I got a question. Hey, are you ready to go down? Here we go again.
It's all about the bad boys, baby.
Hey, what's up? This is Mike Love.
Hey, what's up? It's Diz.
Of Bad Boy Wait a minute.
This ain't 1999, man.
Yeah, man. It's Chicago famous.
Say what?
Old guys now.
Oh, I'm hurt. My back.
We are back starting September 8th.
Get ready, Chicago. That's right. We are coming back on the air.
3 to 6 p.m. on What's in it for the Black People Media.
Chicago famous.
Is it really a good idea to have the same senator for 3 generations? I support term limit for all elected officials. Our senators need to bring home growth for our business community, jobs, housing, service for our senior citizens, and health care. We need new ideas and new approach to federal representation. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Vote for me and send me to Washington, D.C. God bless.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in it for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
Looking at this generation, feeling hopeless. Looking across my shoulder, keep my eyes open. Keep my mind focused. Ain't no hocus pocus, 'cause when it's all said. Don't you know you can fly?
Wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. Todd, we missing Ruthie more today, but she'll be back soon. She be taking these long breaks and vacations.
Someone got to save the baby.
Hey, she got to save the babies. All right, we got to say what's up to Miss Sonia Escobar, music conductor of the Soul Plane. All right, y'all. I was just talking about this, Todd. And I threw my show off a little bit because I did the Who Should We Trust early. I did what you did. I didn't put the pages in order.
Yeah, that's funny because I was looking at the page like, man, we talked about this for a long time.
Right, and I was stretching it out, and I was like, dang, that's what happened. This don't sound like the show. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move back to my Republicans call for a hearing. In case you all did not know, the Republicans called for a hearing for Madigan hearings. 6 people were appointed, 3 from the Democrats, 3 from the Republicans. The Democrats are suggesting that this is all political, right? And that it is innocent that Madigan should be innocent until proven guilty. The U.S. attorney, I think that the conundrum for this whole thing is that if they try to get Madigan to testify, he could potentially incriminate himself with the feds, right? Right. So he's probably going to plead the fifth on everything and say I can't, etc. Now remember when this was it Blagojevich? They said don't go too far with it because they didn't remember. There was controversy there. But here's what I think is really interesting. I think that Jim Durkin, was he a former U.S. attorney? Was his brother one?
There is a Durkin who was, but I'm not sure about Jim. I can't.
Okay,
remember.
but one of the Durkin brothers, right, was a former U.S. attorney. Mm-hmm. The Republicans here in Illinois have a very strong relationship with the U.S. Attorney's Office. My bet is that they are playing some cat and mouse games here, etc. I guess my question is, do the Democrats that are placed on the committee, do they allow the hearing or do they squelch what happens in public? Now, the reason I'm going to ask you this is because when I was talking about the governor leading from behind, he did have comments on this.
Mm-hmm.
And his comments on this were that we need to find out more. And he said, hopefully, Speaker Madigan will provide answers. Now, do you think that, well, first of all, we know the speaker doesn't move to what other people say. He moves to himself.
Right.
Where does that put the legislators? And I think the legislators are, the chairman of the committee will be State Representative Emmanuel Chris Welch, who has been very clear about the fact that the speaker should have every presumption of innocence. When I asked him should they be held to a higher standard here the other day, he said that they should be held to the standard of any other citizen of the state of Illinois. They don't have or wield the same power as any other person as the state of Illinois. But I think it is a reflection on, again, our elected officials are more concerned with protecting their power than the people.
That's an easy take, but there are all kind of people with all kind of power, and they go through the system and they all go through it the same way.
No, they don't.
Some just go through it with high-powered lawyers.
No, they don't. I was just thinking about McDonald's. Let's just think about McDonald's. They got rid of Easterbrook because of they just said you got to go, right? Like there were allegations of misconduct.
That means he got fired.
Right. I'm saying the elected officials, they could fire